Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I trust you can hear me clearly. Excellent. Good start. Good start. The technology's working. The brain's working. I even have my brain shirt on, so I wore the brain shirt so I could be like, yeah, this is my goodness. So, welcome. And I appreciate everyone who's able to join live here on the Zoom and those who are going to listen on the recording a little bit later as, life's busy. Here we are. Whew. But with that, I invite you all to just come fully into this space and remember that you chose to be here, so choose to be fully here first. Welcome yourself into this space as I welcome you into this space. And I'm going to sit with a reflection for a bit, and then towards the end later, we'll open the floor for comments or suggestions or reflections or whatever. It's an invitation, not an obligation. And if at any point you need to leave, just leave. No excuses necessary. This is all about sitting with yourself, but holding space for community. And as this is our very first global wave of loving kindness, I believe there may be more to come in the future of different types of gatherings in community. So, as we begin this session, I just want to really welcome you and just to ask you to settle down for a moment. Take a moment to arrive fully. And just sit with your breath for a moment. To not just arrive into this Zoom room, but to not just to come into this gathering, but to come into yourself. To come into this breath. To come into this moment. And just think about being present. And recognize the energy that comes when we gather together, whether we're near or far, whether we're in the same room or across the world. This gathering, it matters. So wherever you're joining from today, whether it's across the street or across the country or somewhere on the other side of the world, Sam, we gather together as one field, one gathering, one community, one tribe. And when we find this connection, we can almost sense that there's one breath, one intention, one shared heart. And today I'm inviting you to sit with me and participate in something I see as simple. It's one of those things that's simple, but not easy, right? And perhaps because it's simple, sometimes it's so profoundly powerful. And it's this practice of loving kindness. It's a global wave. When we sit with it and we invite it in and we see that we're sending this energy out, it's important. I call it a global wave, not because the world needs fixing. That's a different conversation. Not because people need changing. That's another different conversation. But it's not because we're trying to force positivity onto suffering. But it's because loving kindness, the practice itself, allows us to come into the space and connect to something we often forget. That we belong to one another. That there is this intricate web of connection. This thread in some way or another that connects all beings. The breath that moves through you moves through me. The hope that lives with me lives with you. The longing to be safe. The need to be seen and loved. The desire to be free from suffering. It's a shared human connection. We hold that in every human heart, even though some people may move you to doubt this to be true. But today we're going to remember something simple. Today we become a wave of connection. Loving kindness. The words themselves explain so much. But the practice itself is a bit different. I often think of loving kindness like a pebble that we drop into the pond. And if you think about that, as the pebble connects to the water, it doesn't force the water to move. It simply touches the surface, and the water responds. And from that touch, the ripples naturally emerge. It's natural. Loving kindness works in much the same way. We're not here to force anyone to think differently. We're not here to move somebody to do a practice that they're not ready to practice. We're here to hold space. We're not here to convince. We're not here to fix. We're not here to do anything except touch the world with presence, with compassion, with goodwill, and ultimately with love. It's important for us to define this love not as something that has to be clinging or passionate, or it's a love of connectivity. It's a love that we see in nature. It's the love that we see in so many different things. And this ancient practice of metta, of loving kindness, begins with something very simple: that every being wishes to be happy, that every being wishes to be free from suffering, that every being wishes to know peace. Even that person we may see as angry, even that person moving through life filled with fear or doubt, even that person we may say is difficult, even ourselves, actually, especially ourselves, right? It's such a beautiful practice when we embrace it from a place of not need, not want, but being. In the SVMT method and in my upcoming book, The Recipe Book of Life, loving kindness is such an important ingredient that in the book itself, it takes a whole chapter. In the method itself, it takes a whole module. In the book, there's a running stitch that it doesn't just hold that chapter. It's stitched through all of the over 500 pages in the book. Well, today, we're just going to begin by setting a simple intention. Not making this bigger than it needs to be, not wanting it to be grander, but a simple intention. May this practice benefit all beings, and may it begin with us, and may it ripple out naturally, not by force, like dropping that pebble in the pond, and the pond sending that energy out. So again, I invite you to arrive fully into this moment, into this space, into yourself. To sit with your breath for a moment and allow it to guide you inward. And if at any time you feel to close your eyes or whatever it is, this is your journey. One of the things I love most about loving kindness is that it doesn't require us to feel a certain way. We don't need to sit and force love. We don't need to sit and force kindness. So many people think that they must feel overwhelming love before they practice loving kindness. That's like putting the cart before the horse. Actually, loving kindness, the practice itself, isn't an emotion. It's an intention. An intention is energy. This intention comes from the depths of the heart, and when we focus on loving kindness, we can set the direction connected to the lighthouse of the heart. And we know on this journey of life, sometimes the heart feels wide open, and sometimes it feels tired. Some days it feels like it's just broken in half. So loving kindness allows us to meet our heart and ourselves exactly where we are. The practice isn't about creating a feeling. It's actually about creating a willingness to connect to the heart, a willingness to include all that is present in our life, and a willingness to recognize that this matters and that I care. Perhaps it's a willingness to remember that every being is carrying a story that we cannot fully see. I might think I know you, but do I truly know all that you're carrying? Absolutely not. So this practice changes us because it softens the places where separation has hardened. And perhaps most importantly, it can change the way we see ourselves. It can set the foundation from which we move forward through our day. Because the person who often receives the least kindness from us is us. So today we're going to begin there. Not because we're selfish, but because the heart that is nourished naturally nourishes others. We're so good at giving and giving and giving, and giving some more. that oftentimes we're giving from a cup that is almost dry. But this practice of loving kindness allows us to open the spigot, to fill it up. So, I know, let's get to the practice. So I invite you to take a nice, comfortable breath, to settle down fully into the seat beneath you, whether you're sitting in a chair or on a cushion, whether you're walking or whatever it might be. Just allow yourself to feel comfortable with your body. To help you do that, take a nice, slow breath in, and then intentionally let it go nice and slow and easy. And do that a couple times. And I wonder if you could focus on the exhales to allow your body to soften, allow your shoulders to drop, your jaw to unclench, your ears to clear. Just settle down. Settle down into the earth beneath you and get a sense that the earth is holding you, is embracing you, is allowing you to just be. Perhaps you can allow yourself to come into a sense that you don't need to carry anything right now. You don't need to fix anything right now. You don't need to become anything other than as you are right now. Just simply arrive as you are, and this practice will meet you as you are. And as you sit and breathe and feel that nurturing breath flowing in and out, just think for a moment, this is my body breathing. And for this breath, I'm grateful. Allow your awareness to sink down with that breath into that heart space, feeling the tenderness of that breath as it connects to your heart. And I wonder if you realize that as your breath flows, your heart beats. And you can feel that synchronicity, that harmony, that flow, if you allow yourself to be present, to get out of your head and sink down into that space. And if that's difficult right now, if you can't get out of that head space, let's do something even more special. Place a hand over your heart. Feel the warmth of your hand. Feel the rhythm of your breath. And though you may not feel that steady beat, you know that it is there. This connection. Right there, you're feeling life itself. Breathe into that space. Allow yourself to settle. And I wonder if you'd be willing to repeat silently to yourself, may I be peaceful. May I be peaceful. May I be peaceful. Let that settle without forcing it. May I be safe. May I be safe. May I be safe. Let that settle. May I be healthy. May I be healthy. May I be healthy. And breathe. May I live with ease. May I live with ease. May I live with ease. May I be free from suffering. May I be free from suffering. May I be free from suffering. Let that settle down. And as you settle into that breath a little bit more, as you connect to the deeper spaces of your heart, think about how that feels now. To offer those phrases to yourself without forcing change, without needing it to be different, just notice how you're meeting that connection to peacefulness and safety, health and ease, and freedom from suffering. Knowing that your heart says you are worthy, that you are capable, that this is you. Sit with that for a moment. And just breathe now. And as you sit with your breath in your heart, I wonder if you'd be willing to open your mind and think about someone who you love easily. Someone whose presence naturally brings warmth to your heart. And see them gently. Feel their presence in your heart. And know that no matter where they are or what they're doing, as you set the intention to connect with them, their heart is connecting to yours. And offer them these phrases. May you be safe. May you know peace. May you be healthy. May you live your life with ease. And may you be free from suffering. And as you feel the energy of those phrases, I wonder if you could imagine this thread going from your heart to theirs, sending this message across, feeling that energy, allowing them to receive your wishes, your energy, your intentions, and breathe and feel that connection, and know that that energy is coming back. Allow your heart to be open and sense that love, sense that kindness. And knowing that you carry that person so deeply in your heart, let them gently go from your mind. Come back to your breath and feel this calm peacefulness. Feel how your heart feels now without trying to force it. And as you sit in that energy of love and kindness, and however it's showing up now, I wonder if you notice how perhaps it's a little different than when you sent those wishes to yourself. Different, not less than. Notice as we go through this session how that's going to shift. But as you focus on this more and more, it opens the capacity more and more for your heart to know love in so many different ways. So I wonder if now you'd be willing to think of some other people in your life who you love in different ways. Some friends, some family members, some teachers and people who have inspired you through the years. People who may be present in your life and people who may have moved on. Knowing that the energy is still there. And imagine no matter where they are or what they're doing, their hearts are connecting and feeling your energy now. And gently send these intentions out to them. May you all be safe. May you all know peace. May you all be healthy. May you live your lives with ease. And may you all be free from suffering. And let those phrases echo from your heart to theirs. You can even imagine those threads spreading out to all those hearts, all around the world, all around, to those people who mean something to you. Feel your heart open to send that energy out. And don't even focus so much on the words, focus on the energy itself. And imagine those ripples spreading out. And breathe. Breathe and come back into your heart space and know that the capacity you have for love is so broad. And gently let those people go from your mind. Come back to that heart space knowing that they're there now. And then I invite you to shift your perspective a little bit and think and bring to mind somebody in your life who may be neutral, somebody you don't know so well, somebody who you may know at work, maybe a grocery store clerk, somebody. As you bring this person to mind, just allow yourself to see them. This person that you pass in your life from time to time. Allow yourself to see them as another being going through their life, someone who carries hopes and fears. As you think about this person, no matter where they are, just imagine you're opening your heart to them and that thread is going out and connecting to theirs, and they might not even know it. They probably don't. But recognize your heart's capacity to send this energy out to that person and just say, may you be safe. May you know peace. May you be healthy. May you live your life with ease. And may your life be free from suffering. Imagine that energy, those ripples spreading out to this person. What a gift that is. What an offering that is. And as you feel that energy opening your heart even more, come back to your breath. Come back to that heart space. And notice what's there now. And recognize there may be a difference between how you sent that energy out to this person you don't know, as you sent that energy out to the people that you do know and care for, as you sent that energy out to that person you know deeply. Allow yourself to connect to that energy without trying to define it as one way or another, just knowing that this is the energy. And breathe. And then I wonder if you'd allow yourself, if it feels appropriate to you, to bring to mind somebody in your life who you may have struggled with, someone you may define as difficult, as frustrating, somebody who may not even be part of your life anymore. Not even the most difficult person, unless that feels right to you. Maybe it's someone who just creates tension, somebody who doesn't listen, somebody who you don't connect to wholeheartedly. And remember, they too suffer. Remember, they too struggle. Remember, this person seeks happiness in their life. So allow yourself to open your heart for just a moment, as much as you can. Don't force it, even if it's just a little bit. As you think about this person, send that energy out. May you be safe. May you know peace. May you be healthy. May you live your life with ease. And may you be free from suffering. Allow that energy to spread out. Imagine that energy rippling out and connecting to that heart of that person, no matter where they are or what they're doing. And allow yourself not to expect anything in return. This isn't about this. This is about the heart that you hold. And breathe. And then let that person go from your mind and come back into that heart space and think about how it feels now. And recognize there may be a difference there. But there's love there. And as you breathe into that space, allow yourself to feel connected deeper and deeper into that heart space. Deeper and deeper into that moment. This moment, right here. And as you connect to that heart, I wonder if you realize the capacity that your heart has to send this message out. So as you sit in this moment, I wonder if you'd be willing to allow the circle of energy to widen. Imagine you're opening your heart to the others in this space, in this room, in this Zoom. Imagine your heart opens more and more and it sends it out to the rest of your family, to your neighbors. Imagine opening your heart and sending this energy out to the community around you, across the city, across the country. Recognize the heart's capacity to send this energy out is so strong that you can send it out across the world. Imagine for a moment those ripples spreading out. Imagine you could, in your mind's eye, take a step back. Imagine you could see the earth itself floating in space, that beautiful blue ball. Imagine as you look down on the earth, imagine the billions and billions of people living there, the billions of people moving through life, each carrying their own dreams. Amongst those billions of people, each carrying their own fears, their own hopes, their own needs. And in this moment, though you may feel like just one person amongst the billions, recognize that you matter and the energy that you put out matters. So I wonder if you'd be willing to open your heart and send these phrases out across the world. May all beings be safe. Let it flow out. May all beings know peace. Set it free. May all beings be healthy. May all beings live with ease. And may the world be free from suffering. May this world be free from suffering. May we all be free from suffering. And imagine these wishes become a light that is rippling outward. Imagine that light touching every tree, every animal, all of the rivers and the mountains, every child, all of the elders. Imagine the ripples of light touching those hearts that are so lonely. Imagine the ripples of light touching those who are grieving, and those who are joyful, and those who are about to make a decision that's going to change their life. Imagine those ripples reaching out to those who are struggling and those who are hopeful, all beings touched by those waves, touched by this loving heart, one community, one field of loving kindness. Allow yourself to feel that energy without feeling stress or need to do more. Know that this is enough. This is enough. This is enough. You are enough. Say it to yourself, I am enough. And rest here for a moment. Feel that energy. Allow yourself to be, simply be, in that energy of loving kindness, without trying to force it or direct it in any certain way. Just know that it is here now. This is the field now. This matters now. You matter now. Say it to yourself. I matter. As you feel that energy, allow yourself to come back to your heart space. Come back to that breath. Come back to the harmony. And if you set your hand down, bring your hand or both hands to your heart and feel that now. Feel that warmth now. Be with that now. I am enough. This is enough. This matters. I matter. And then slowly bring your awareness back into the room that you're in. Noticing your breath. Noticing your body. Noticing the space around you. And if your eyes are closed or soften, I invite you to reflect on this for a moment. The intention of loving kindness is not what happens during the meditation. The intention is what happens afterwards. That from this, we can set the foundation for how we speak to others, for how we listen to others, for how we drive from place to place, for how we respond to those people that we encounter every day and those people we rarely encounter in life, knowing that we will encounter strangers and we will encounter ourselves, and that the world changes one interaction at a time, one kindness at a time, one breath, one ripple, and know that today and every day we can be a ripple. We can carry this wave into every conversation, every decision, every encounter, every moment, because this matters. This is absolutely what the world needs now. As we all look at the world and say, I wish the world were just a little kinder, just a little more loving. Well, it starts with us. It starts now. So breathe into that and sit with that. Think about how it feels and know that it isn't a perfect practice. This isn't perfect. But the truth is you can't do this wrong. Even if it just stays small within you, it's worth it. Even if you can truly picture those ripples spreading across the world, it's worth it. It matters. So, thank you for sharing this practice. Thank you for sending these waves out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for lending your heart to this wave. May the kindness you offered today return to you many times over. May you continue becoming a ripple of compassion wherever you go. And may we all remember this: love is the way, and truth is the path. And this matters. More than anything else, this matters. So I invite you to just sit with that for a moment and reflect for as long as you need. But if you're ready, or when you're ready, take in a nice deep breath and hold it at the top. And I invite you to send out the energy with a sigh or a hum on the exhale. And when you're ready, open your eyes, come back into this space, and see the energy around you. Look at all these faces and all these places and all the love. It's been my honor to share this time with you. I know sometimes that might feel heavy. Sometimes it might be difficult. But this is the practice that we do. This is the love that we offer. So if you need to check out, if you need to go on and about your Sunday, I wish you well. If you feel called to reflect or share or anything else, I invite you to just raise your hand. It's a little hand thing.